and I have had a couple of fantastic days on the boat. It's worked out fine. The engine is okay, it's quite noisy, but on tick over it pushes the boat along fine, so that's great. Hadn't really occurred to me that when you buy a new engine, you have to run it in. The engine will be a noisy beast. It's not as nice as the diesel inboard, but there you go. I'm now walking back to the boat because the tide is starting to come in. Boat's over here. The boat sails pretty well, actually. It sails very well. One of the things that hadn't occurred to me was because of where the engine is in front of the rudder, you get a fair amount of turbulence, so the rudder is not running in clean water flow, so it's a bit annoying. I am going to have a go with the little Honda, see how I get on. Depends where I am, but I think for going up rivers and so on, the little Honda will be the better engine. Just out of the way, uses hardly any fuel, and allows the boat to sail as well as it can. The other thing is you can't tip the engine up at all when you've got the rudder down. So basically I'm going to have to live with the engine sticking down in the water while I'm travelling or sailing. But the boat's been fantastic, everything I've ever hoped. Feels very roomy. Got a fair amount of work to do on it to sort the boat out, but it's going to be great, I hope. Dropping the rudder is a bit hard and that needs improving in some way. I've put in my tiller lock, which is a very simple device here, works a treat. The outboard, well, it doesn't run very evenly, which is a bit bad, don't know why, but the boat's been great, and as long as the engine starts it'll settle down, I'm sure it will. I hope it does. But the boat sails absolutely fine. And it was doing 5.5 knots quite easily on the reach, so that's great. I think it could probably do 6 knots, but that'd be frightening. I've spent 3 days sailing the boat now, and I have to say that it's lived up to all my expectations. It sails fine under jib if you don't need much of a push, and it sails brilliantly under main alone, so it's a bit like a catboat, which I've always lusted after. So we've come all the way back in from the Wells Buoy, just using the main, so it sails a treat. That way.